Hi guys, this is Dean and welcome to Dean's Den. Today I want to talk to you guys about planning ahead. Too many times we end up with details that are just overwhelming because we didn't prepare for them. We didn't give an estimate properly. We didn't look at the vehicle before we took it. There's a lot of different factors that can add up to this. If you want to be extremely successful in detailing, one of the best ways is to be proactive instead of reactive. If you know ahead of time what the vehicle is that's coming and you've asked the questions, you've seen the pictures, you have an idea what's coming, you can totally prepare for it. You need to ask those questions. The reason I'm bringing this up is because if you go to a job and you're not prepared for that job, you may have to go back, get tools, get other chemicals that you may need. It's going to take you longer. You may not have charged enough for this vehicle. These are important things to think about because once you're already in it, it's too late. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose time. You're not going to be efficient. You're not going to do the best job you possibly can because you won't have the proper equipment on hand or the right chemicals. This is important to think about. And just like anything else in life, if you prepare for this and you think ahead as much as you possibly can, it helps. I know a lot of times they say don't overthink things, but when it comes to detailing, there is no overthinking. Use your past experience, use all your previous details to help you prepare for the next one coming. This is the best advice I can give you guys because you know what? If you've seen it before and you say, you know what, I only get 1 in 100. Well, guess what? If you've already got that chemical there, bring it with you because chances are when you're not prepared, that's when it's going to happen. So you know what? Try and bring what you need with you. Here's a simple scenario. You've got the customer on the phone and you ask them the questions. You say, what type of vehicle is it? Now, the first thing I listen for, is it an SUV or is it a minivan? If it is, chances are you may be dealing with gum, candy, potato chips, goldfish crackers. You might be dealing with dog hair. These are things you got to think about, all right? If they say it's a truck, right away you got to think, am I dealing with somebody that works with oil and grease? Am I dealing with somebody that works in construction? Is that vehicle full of mud? You need to ask the right questions to get a response so you can move forward and know what to bring with you. There's other things too. What color is the vehicle? This is important because at the end of the detail, you want that car to look its best. If it's red, then you ask, is the paint faded? If it's a darker color, if it's dark blue, if it's dark green, if it's black, ask the question. What do you think of the paint finish on the car? Are you pleased with it? Do you want it a little brighter? Do you want it? If the customer says, wow, it's loaded with scratches, I'd really like to get that polished out, you may be upselling right there on the phone. So these are the things you need to prepare for. If you go all the way out there and you're not prepared to polish it, that could be a problem. Ask a lot of questions because the more questions you ask, the more the customer is going to trust your service. Because if you ask them current questions about their vehicle, that shows that you really care. And it's profitable for you because when you ask the right questions, you're going to save yourself time and money. And you're going to set that vehicle up right. You're going to charge enough. Because if the customer calls you, they don't know what they want, you got to walk them through it. Because if you don't, by the time you go out there to do that detail, you've already said, well, I'll do it for $100 or whatever, and it turns out to be a total nightmare. That's your fault because you didn't ask enough questions to start with. So you need to ask these questions. Another really good question, and I've gotten this from Ivan in his videos, what would you like us to do? What were you concerned about? What did you want done? These are important questions to ask. If you just go out there and the guy says, well, I want a full detail, you need to ask what areas of the vehicle is he concerned about? Where's his concerns? That way you're focusing your time, your effort in the areas that the customer is going to be happy with when it's finished. If you go and you totally clean that car and you clean up something that you think is a problem, that's not going to accomplish anything because if the customer doesn't think it's the problem, you're wasting your time. So like I said, the best thing to do is plan ahead. Talk to them through text, email, work with the pictures they send you. Have a look and see exactly what's going on. If they don't send you pictures, Ask the questions for the phone conversation with that customer. Make sure that you've got a good idea of what you're getting yourself into. If you can, go and give them an estimate or have them come to you, get an estimate, give them a feel for the place, show them the kinds of things you can do, and make the sale and set up the appointment. It never ever hurts to be prepared. So like I said, try, especially in detailing, be proactive instead of reactive, because trying to fix a nightmare that you've underquoted is just a waste of time and money, and you may not be able to make the customer satisfied with the finished product. Like I said, whenever possible, give that estimate. Keep the person on the phone. Ask the questions that are current about what the vehicle is and what their needs are. It's only going to save you time and money, and it's going to make the customer a lot happier. I hope you guys got something out of this, and I hope this helps you ask the questions you need to ask, and I hope it helps you make a lot more money. Some people just don't know how to talk to the customer, and unfortunately, that's something that we all have to work on and get over, because you're going to be dealing with people, you're going to be dealing with their vehicle, whether you like it or not. That's the business. I mean, we have to have that relationship with the customer, and we have to have that trust factor. If they don't trust us, then they're not going to keep coming back to us, and that's what you want to do. You want to build that relationship up with the customer. Because not only is it good for you, but it's good for them as well. And they're going to go and they're going to tell more and more people. The more comfortable you make that customer feel with you and your service, the more customers they're going to bring to you. And that's a lot less work on your end. So like I said, be very proactive. Work with a customer, figure out what they want, and give them what they want, and charge them accordingly. And that way everybody's happy at the end of the day. Okay? You guys take care, and thank you as always for tuning into Dean's Den. Don't forget to check out my friend Dell at DJ Dell's Dynamic Music Podcast right here on the Detailers Guild Podcast on YouTube. And you can also find him at mixcloud.com/DJDell523. Thanks for listening, guys, and we do appreciate your support. Talk to you soon. Bye.